definitely weird getting used to a new area. We had moved with my mom's boyfriend at the time.
Okay,
and,
okay.
After a while, things just, things were pretty rocky.
Pretty rocky as far as why? Why was it rocky?
Well,
you also have the fairer skin, which we know in our community also garners a little more privilege, right? But here you are sitting there saying that you have self-worth issues. Where do you think those come from? What prevented you from going to 9th grade and doing high school?
Well, I was generally overwhelmed. I didn't really plan on being here for as long as I have.
Being here meaning?
Alive.
Alive? Okay, so you was having suicidal thoughts and tendencies. What age did that start at 12 as well?
Yeah, around that time.
Around that time? Because you seem like such a sweet young lady. I just don't see how this could have happened. What's up, YouTube? I just want to shout out all the members, all the subscribers, and all the supporters. Everybody who shouts me out in the street. I appreciate y'all. It keeps me charged up. Now back to the content. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. So we got a young lady with us today. How you doing today, miss?
I'm good.
All right. So are you homeless?
Currently.
Okay, and so how old are you?
I'm 18.
18? You got this little voice. Oh my God. Okay, so you're 18. And so how long have you been homeless?
It's only a recent thing as of now.
Has it been like a month or 2 months or how long?
Only a few days.
A few days? Okay, what happened a few days ago that caused you to become homeless?
Well, for a while I've been kind of like couch surfing.
Right.
Pillar
to post. I get it.
Family. But right now I've been staying at.
You don't have to say where.
shelter.
You don't have to say where. Okay. Yeah, don't say where. But okay, so I guess what was it that caused you to even get in a situation where you was having to couch surf?
Mine's been kind of tight, and my living situation hasn't. It just hasn't been working out.
No, I get it. So, okay, let me ask it this way. Okay, so you're 18 now. When do you turn 19?
Next month on the 9th.
October 9th?
Yes.
I love it. So does that make you a Libra?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Libras. They're like some of my best friends are all Libras. Okay, so you're a Libra. So, okay, so you turned 18 last year. Last year, were you in high school? Were you in anything like that?
No, I'm currently trying to get my GED.
Okay. So it's been a while. How long has it been since you've had like a stable roof over your head? What age?
Well, I guess 18.
18? Okay, what was it that happened to where one day you had a stable, and who was you living with when you had that stable roof?
I was staying with my boyfriend's parents.
Okay, so you're staying with your boyfriend's parents. What happened that caused you to have to leave that situation?
With my mom, we were evicted, and so I was staying with my sister for a while, but things got kind of shifty. So
Between you and your sister? Is that your older sister?
My oldest.
How many years older is she than you?
I think about maybe like 6 or 7.
6 or 7? Okay. So she's in her, early 20s for the most part, right? Early to mid 20s type deal. You were saying that you was living with your boyfriend. Was that after or before your mom got evicted?
That was after.
Okay. And so what I was trying to figure out is what happened to where you had to leave the boyfriend's house?
Well, I had been there for a while, and I needed to start, like finding ways to do things on my own.
Well, I get it. Like, were you like working or anything like that? No? Okay, so we're gonna put a pin in everything, all right? Because I'm trying to figure it out, but I think we'll be able to figure it out if we start from the beginning. So and by the way, you don't have any kids, right? Never been married, right?
No.
Okay. So let's just start from the beginning. So where are you from?
I'm from Maryland.
You from Maryland? What part of Maryland?
Over in
Like the DMV,
Capitol Heights. Oh.
like DMV type area. Yeah, okay. You basically from DC.
Yeah.
I love it. I went to Howard, so I'm very familiar with DC. And so, man, shout out that DC, man. Shout out the whole DMV. Shout it out. All right, and so growing up in the DMV, growing up in Maryland specifically, did you have both mom and dad in the household? Okay, were they married?
Yes, they are married.
They're married still?
No, they're divorced.
Okay, divorced. What age did they get divorced? What age were you?
Well, they're mostly separated for a while, but I think they got divorced around when I was 16.
Okay, so what age did they get separated? What age was it to where they weren't both in the house with you?
12.
12? Okay. And so, all right, so, and you have, it sounds like you have brothers and sisters. How many?
Just 2 sisters.
2 sisters? And where are you in the birth order?
I'm the youngest.
You the baby?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, and so growing up, would you say that you had like a fairly normal childhood? Okay, so good childhood. I know that that area is a high dollar area. Were you guys high dollar at one point or not really?
I think we were more in the middle.
Kind of like middle class type deal? Okay, so growing up, you know, you kind of had a fairly normal childhood. You ended up going to high school. But you say that, you know, the separation happened at 12. I'm going to ask you about that. What effect do you think that separation had on you?
It was definitely an adjustment because after the split, we moved to Georgia.
Okay, so that's when you guys moved here. Okay, and so was it to the Metro Atlanta area?
No, it was over in Riverdale.
Yeah, Metro Atlanta. So,
Yeah,
yep,
Metro.
South side. So, okay, so you guys moved to Riverdale, and that was just your mom and your 2 sisters?
Oh, well, just one.
Just one. The oldest one was already out on her own doing her thing. Okay. And so, what was that transition like when you came from Maryland to Georgia? Was there any abrasion there or anything like that, or what was it like?
It was, definitely weird getting used to a new area. We had moved with my mom's boyfriend at the time.
Okay.
After a while, things just, things were pretty rocky.
Pretty rocky as far as why? Why was it rocky?
Well, like eventually, like money got tight.
I'm gonna ask because there's a certain energy that's kind of bouncing off of you, and so I've been doing this for a while. So I'm just gonna go ahead and ask, right? You're still young, so I would say when you're younger. But when you were younger, did anything like ever happen to you or anything like that?
No.
No? Okay. Was there any type of energy with mom's boyfriend or any of her boyfriends that you felt uncomfortable or anything like that?
No. Well, he wasn't abusive. He was just not dependable.
Okay, so as far as financially and stuff like that? Okay, so, all right, so the long and short of it is that you moved here. You was in middle school age, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you go to high school?
No.
No? Why not?
I had a lot of like mental health issues.
Do you?
Just depression.
Depression? When did that, was that like an official diagnosis or is just like kind of undiagnosed, but you know that it's there?
Undiagnosed.
Okay, when would you say that start? What age?
I probably around like maybe 12, 13.
Around the same age that dad left or that they separated basically?
That they separated.
And so do you think that's what triggered that?
Most likely.
Okay.
Things were rough like before the separation.
Right.
But it's as I got older, it got worse.
Worse how?
I guess more harder for me to cope with especially with like just trying to like navigate my own like responsibilities and then
Was he like still active and present in your life after the separation?
Yeah, he was present. He was just in another state. So, it was hard for us to,
Right, because you guys moved here, and so the physical relationship wasn't as strong, but he would still talk and call and all that stuff. Did you ever tell him that, like, you felt depressed and, kind of a ways about things?
No, it's really hard to talk about, things like that with your parents.
I tell you, that's one of the reasons why my channel exists, is because sometimes it is hard to talk about that stuff, and then you never get to talk about it, and you get to a certain point in life, and then somebody like me just runs up on you, and you get to spill it all out, right? You get to unload all of that trauma, all the depression, whatever it is, right? So what would you say is like the main source of that trauma, of that depression?
I guess, like, I don't know, I have a lot of self-worth issues. I'm just like generally feeling like a burden. And
Are you kidding me right now? Okay, so this is so wild to me, because sometimes when people look at, I would say that you are what most people consider generally attractive, right? And so when most people look at that, they think that, you've got it good, you get a little more privilege than everybody else type deal. You also have the fairer skin, which we know in our community also garners a little more privilege, right? But here you are sitting there saying that you have self-worth issues. Where do you think those come from?
I guess it wasn't directly because of my parents, but sometimes I just I felt like I could be a lot and need a lot.
From TikTok?
Yeah.
I'm sorry for interrupting, but no, it's okay. I appreciate the love. I do. I appreciate love. You might see her on there too. Okay? Yeah, she's
Cool.
Yeah, listen, people are gonna watch this. You're gonna see, this is your time. Unload. Okay? So if it came from something that may have resulted from something your parents did inadvertently or whatever, they may not have known that they was doing something that was gonna lead to you feeling depressed and things, but just unload. What is it?
Yeah, that they're good parents, and they tried their best, but like there's just some things you can't.
Well, for instance, like I'm trying to figure out what would prevent you from going to high school. Because I heard you say depression, but I mean all teenagers have some levels of depression, right? Because you're changing, your body's changing, you got hormonal changes, you got all type of transitions going on at that time of your life. But that doesn't prevent people from going to school, right? So what was it? Like, what was it that prevented you from going to high school? Did you go to middle school? Okay, so you went to middle school. What prevented you from going to 9th grade and doing high school?
Well, I was generally overwhelmed. I didn't really plan on being here for as long as I have.
Being here meaning?
Alive.
Alive? Okay, so you was having suicidal thoughts and tendencies. What age did that start at? 12 as well?
Yeah, around that time.
Around that time? Let me ask you something. So in your family, in your household, is it a normal thing to like hug and like show affection in that type of way? Okay. So you received the physical love. Where do you think the lack of whatever it is came from?
I'm not sure. I mean, I've always I've heard stuff from arguments they've had, and I guess when you're younger, you take things a lot more personally.
Yeah. So okay, what did you hear that triggered this?
Well, I guess one time when they were arguing, I heard him say that he didn't care that I was crying or upset, and
Your dad, or the one of the stepdads type of?
my dad.
Your dad. Okay. Have you told him that you heard this and that it made you feel away?
No.
No? Okay. So The suicidal thoughts and tendencies, have they resulted in you physically harming yourself?
Um, not with like cutting. Or
So not cutting or anything like that, but in what ways?
I guess like sometimes I like pinch myself.
Okay, to just kind of feel something, right? To feel, to give yourself pain, to take the pain away from what's going on in your head.
And like that, and like I guess as in like a discipline way.
Discipline?
Yeah, like to try to like motivate me, I guess. It's hard to explain.
So let me ask you something. Have you like ever had a job? No? Okay, and you didn't do any high school. What did you do during those years? Like during the daytime when the other kids would be at school, what were you doing?
Well, when I was like active, I was just studying for my GED.
Okay.
I initially planned to get it, to be able to graduate early, but I wasn't able to stay on track.
Why not?
It's just the stuff from before, like the mental issues, the non-planning.
So let me ask you this. So what is, like, if I was to ask your mom, like, hey, how come she didn't go to high school? What response would she give me?
Probably something similar.
Something similar? And then I would ask her, well, like, is that not something that you guys could kind of get over, that hump type deal? And then she would say what?
We just, I guess she just, didn't really expect for it to happen the way it did.
She didn't expect for what to happen the way it did?
My schooling. Because we did have a plan for the GED.
Right.
But, like she has her own, like, responsibilities and stuff, so.
So were you basically just kind of not doing the work type deal? Why not? You gonna make me pull off my belt and give you a whooping? Huh? Is that what you gonna make me do, young lady? Huh? Is that all you needed? So, because you seem like such a sweet young lady. I don't see, I just don't see how this could have happened. Okay, so is your mom in a similar type situation as you right now?
Kind of.
Is she like staying with somebody or something like that? Okay, and what about your sister? That's not the oldest one, but the one that's in between.
Yeah. She has her own life back in Maryland.
So she's back in Maryland too? So both of your other sisters back in Maryland? Okay, do they know that you're in this kind of homeless situation?
I think my sister is, the one I'm in contact with thinks that I'm with, a friend.
Okay, so she thinks that you're with a friend. And what about mom? She's still down here? Okay, does she know that you're in this situation?
No, she, also thinks I'm with a friend.
How come you're not telling them the truth?
Well, with the, shelter, I had to be able to do more things for myself rather than having to
Rely on them and rely on other people.
Yeah, because they're a whole family. They have their own issues.
Okay, I get it. At one point you say you had a boyfriend. Okay, and so what happened to that relationship? Why did it end up dissolving?
No, we're still together.
Okay, so you and your boyfriend still together? So how come you couldn't still stay at his parents' house?
Yeah, well, I had been there for a while, and, I haven't been able to find employment.
Why not? I would hire you on the spot. Why not?
I'm not good at, I'm more reserved, and, I don't have a diploma at my age, and, other people are applying too. And,
That's true, the competition, okay. When you see the students out here at Georgia State walking around, looking exactly like you, same age, same look, what are your thoughts?
Well, I haven't really thought about it.
Okay, so you don't ever think like, man, that should be me, you know, like I'm same age as them and same kind of energy or whatever. Like, you don't ever think like what it could have been like or anything like that?
Well, I think it could be more inspiring
To see them?
Yeah, because, you know, that way, I
'Cause-
mean, they have their own lives too.
Right.
You know, they have their own struggles. You know, if they could do it, I could push myself and I can do it too.
You know, I am so perplexed by this situation. Does your dad know that you're in this situation?
Yeah.
Yes?
Well, not the full of it.
So if he were to happen to come across this video on YouTube, right? And he sees that the situation is a little bit deeper than what you know, portray it to be, right? What do you think his thoughts and his reactions are going to be?
He might be worried.
Do you think that he would be like rushing down here to come get you, or like what would you tell me? I don't know your dad, so you tell me, what do you think he would do? Or
Yeah, he would probably offer to help, or, you know, some guidance.
are you his youngest daughter?
Yes.
You're his baby girl. So, because you know that when he said whatever he said when you was younger, that wasn't anything towards you. You understand that, right? Do you? Or do you need to like have a talk with him and tell him, hey, I heard you say something when I was younger, it made me feel away. I'll tell you what. So, one of the things that we do on this channel, right, is we have conversations with people when they're not right in front of us. It helps us to really get out all of our feelings and really express ourselves without feeling interrupted or anything like that, okay? Regarding that, whatever you heard when you was that age, okay, from your dad, do you have anything you just want to say or unload to him about that?
Actually, can we pause the interview?
Yes, absolutely. All right, so, you know, after a lengthy discussion, we decided to pause the interview for right now because there's some unresolved things, I guess, that you're going to want to discuss first, but we're going to continue at some point because I think it's just such a curious case. You seem to have just the most innocent, sweet spirit that I've seen in a while, and I'm just trying to figure out how, you know, kids like you end up in these situations, and that's all, you know. So we're gonna continue it when we're gonna do it in God's time, okay? All right, you make sure you have a go. Oh, by the way, if anybody out there did want to reach out, help, or donate, you have a way that they could do that? Do you have social media, Cash App, anything like that?
Yes, I do have a Cash App.
What's your Cash App?
It's just my name, Jazelle Singleton.
Giselle Singleton. You're so articulate. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, how is someone that has your articulation, you seem to have intelligence, how are you not like, how is someone not like, hey, I'm gonna come take care of you and make sure you're good? How is somebody not doing that? Is there a side of you that I'm not seeing? Huh? Is there a monster in there in that little body that I'm not seeing? Huh? Huh? No? All right, okay. Okay. All right, well, like, do you have IG or Facebook? No, all right. Listen, like I say, we really appreciate you. We'll continue the discussion. You make sure you have a good one, okay? All right, sweetheart.